שתי תאומות ועוד אחד קטן, בעל, משפחה צעירה, כולם מחייכים, הכל טוב, הכל יפה.
המסע, כן, סימן טוב זיכרונה לברכה. הרבה סימן טוב זיכרונה לברכה. שחר סימן טוב זיכרונה לברכה. עומר זה סימן טוב זיכרונה לברכה. כל בני משפחת סימן טוב נרצחו ב7/10/2023 בביתם.
נראה לכם, אבל למשטרה פעם קודמת הם אמרו שהמצב בא וחיכינו חצי שעה ואני לא בא. ואף אחד לא בא? אף פעם. איפה אתה נמצא? בבית בלנגד. בבית בממ"ד? לא לצאת משם, בסדר? תיקח את אחותך לשם ותנעל את עצמכם, בסדר? כן. בסדר? אנחנו שולחים כוחות אליכם. טוב. אתה ליד אבא ואמא? לא, רק ילדים ואחותי. רק אתה ואחותך בסדר? כן.
שמישהו בא להציל אותנו, חייבים, כרמל לא מצליח לנשום. אני ישנתי והתערפתי.
דריה, איפה אבא? מת על הרצפה?
כן.
את בטוחה שהוא מת?
כן, הוא לא נשפע.
לנשום כל הזמן לנשום? תחזיקי יד לו להזמין, בסדר?
כן, הוא חוזית.
חוזית?
רואים אותי טיפה סליחן כל חשפו אותי, התקפצתי ובעטתי את זה, פשוט שחררו אותי ושמו על עוד פעם סליחה.
הם שחררו אותך ושמו עליך עוד פעם סליחה?
כן.
המחבלים?
כן.
אין מישהו בתוך הבית, נכון דריה? עכשיו?
אני לא ידעתי מה אתה מגביר אותי את הראש.
אוקיי, את לא מוציאה ואתה מדברת. אני כל הזמן על הקו איתך, לא לבד.
אוקיי. יש פה מישהו.
אוקיי, שקט. את לא מדברת.
לא פוחדת.
אני פה.
דריה, אתם לא פותחים לאף אחד עד שלא פונים אליכם בעברית.
רבי, עד שאף אחד לא פונה אלינו בעברית, אתה לא מדבר איתו, אתה לא מדבר. רבי, אל תדאג.
יופי דריה, את אמיצה, את ילדה אמיצה.
רק אני רוצה שתשתי מים.
אני לא יכולה, מה אני מסתכלת על הגופות?
חושבת שאבא אותך בית?
לא יודעת, הוא שוכר לקחת לו מלא זמן.
מלא זמן באותה הדרך?
כן.
יכולה להגיע לבדוק אם יש לו דופק?
לא, אמא לא. אמא שתסתכל בפרקת.
כן, מה?
אני לא רוצה עוד פעם לאבד מישהו, בכלל לא צריך.
לא תמדי אותי, ממי.
יש צהל.
צהל יגיע.
עוד לא בזמן פה.
הנה, אני כל הזמן כותבים לי שבאים להוציא אתכם.
השאלה שביריד איתם, את לא חושבת לעבוד.
מקשיבים? השתנו לי החיים ברגע, כאילו ברגע שמרגיש כמו מיליון שנה. אני חייב לספר לכם שמה שרואים משם לא רואים מכאן, כי כאן לא רואים כלום, מלבד מהתקווה שגם היא לפעמים נרדמת. פשוט קשה לשמור על מצב רוח יציב כשאתה לא בבית, ליד אמא או אבא, ליד החברים והחברות, ליד הים שתמיד מוכן לקבל אותך ולתת לך חופש חינם.
יש לי אנשים מחוץ לדלת. לא, בבקשה תגיעו אלינו, בבקשה, לא יודעת כמה זמן נחזיק פה. יורים עלינו עוד פעם, אנחנו לא נחזיק. יורים עלינו עוד פעם. יש לנו הרבה עשן ואנחנו לא יכולים לזוז כרגע. בבקשה, מישהו יכול לעזור, מנסים שלפרוץ. בבקשה, אני צריכה עזרה. לא ייפצוע, מדמם קשה, אני ממש צריכה עזרה.
אנחנו נמצאים פה בכפר עזה. צה"ל הוציא לנו 2 תינוקות, בני 10 חודשים תאומים. הם בריאים ושלמים, הם לא נפגעו. אני כרגע צריך לדעת מה לעשות איתם, לפנות אותם לבית חולים. ההורים שלהם נרצחו. וואי, טוב, תן לי רגע לבדוק. חכה רגע.
תיוס בכחלון, בת קיבוץ נחל עוז ותושבת קיבוץ כפר עזה, הייתה מחוברת באותה שבת איומה במשך שעות.
Today we gather with full hearts, grateful yet grieving. We celebrate the return of 20 hostages home to Israel after 2 years in captivity, and we continue to mourn and fight for other 13 hostages who were taken from us and have not returned yet. Throughout history, the Jewish people have often been seen as outsiders, hated, persecuted, and excluded from the community of nations. We have struggled for thousands of years to find a place where we could simply live freely, in peace. In 1948, Israel declared itself a state for the Jewish people. And in that declaration, there is a beautiful paragraph that expresses our deepest moral vision. In the minds of wanton aggression, we yet call upon all Arab inhabitants of the state of Israel to return to ways of peace and play their part in the development of the state, with full and equal citizenship and due representation in its bodies and institutions, provisional and permanent. We offer peace and unity to all the neighboring states and their people, and invite them to cooperate with the independent Jewish state, nation, for the common good of all. This was the Declaration of Independence of Israel. From its very first day, Israel's dream was not only to survive, but to live in peace and partnership with its neighbors. The philosopher Emmanuel Levinas, in his book 9 Talmudic Readings, reflects on Leviticus 20:22, where God commands the Israelites, "You shall faithfully observe all my laws and all my regulation, lest the land to which I bring you to settle in spew you out." Levinas reminds us the promise of God, the rights to Israel, comes with a duty. It is not a right without responsibility. God commands the Israelite to treat the others living there with care, fairness, and respect. And one of the most repeated commands throughout the Torah is choose life, save life, bring life to everyone that God created. The Jewish people have carried this calling through history. We have been forced to hide our Judaism, to blend in, to protect ourselves. And when we tried to belong in 1936, Hitler and his follower decided that it's not enough. So the Jewish people said never again, right? And we built a country of our own, a home, where we could live as Jews in peace without fear. Yet, on the very night that Israel declared independence, 5 Arab countries declared war from all sides. And still 75 years later, Israel continued to strive for peace, contributing to the world through science and health and agriculture and technology, building bridges to progress and hope. But then came October 7. A day that shattered our sense of safety and belonging. On a holy day of joy of the Torah, Hamas terrorists attacked our homes, our families, our children. They bombed, they slaughtered, raped, kidnapped. They murdered babies in their beds. And took living and dead into Gaza. Can you imagine? Think for a second. Can you imagine waking up on a Saturday morning, find a terrorist beside your bed? Can you imagine your child calling you, screaming, please come save me? They are shooting me? I'm going to die? Your child. And you know that this child was just going to dance last night in a festival. Celebrate life. That day will forever be one of horror, but it is also a day that will remind us all, who are we? We are resilient, we are united, and we are determined to live. For 2 years we fought to bring our hostages home. Today we celebrate the return of those who survived, who now begin the long journey of healing, body and soul, after 2 years in darkness of captivity, in tunnels and fear that one cannot imagine. And here, you came today to see our Red South Garden. Our Red South Garden created together with Kol Shalom Congregation. We make a living statement with this Red South Garden, one that holds two powerful purposes. The first one, it stands to remember and never forget those beautiful, innocent souls who were taken by Hamas terrorists. People who did nothing but live, celebrate, and love. Their memories bloom here, rooted forever in this place. The second one, this garden is a permanent reminder to the world. Every human being has the right to live. No one has the legitimacy to take life because someone is with another color, another belief, another faith. Taking life is not the way to solve problems. It only deepens pain and multiply the suffering. The Red South Garden call on us all to choose another way. The way of life, of peace, of coexistence, and to grow. Just like the red anemones that cover Israel's south each spring, beautiful, fragile, and yet strong, we too rise again. The anemone reminds us who we are, a people who survive, rebuild, and bring life back even after destruction. So I want to thank our friends from Kol Shalom, who immediately said yes for partnering with us on this project. To Yonina Harmoni, where are you, my dear? Who opened her studio and her heart for Maya, that Maya mood. To Moshe and Adriel, where are you? Moshe and Adriel Dayanim, who didn't hesitate for a minute to be part of this ceremony, and they are our mentors and pianists of the music part of this evening. So we will continue this evening with our Shlicha, Maya Ezra, who will sing to us. After that, our CEO, David Ervin, will come to speak. After that, thank you, Kol Shalom President Michael Segal will come up to the stage. After Michael Segal will speak, we will hear another song by Maya, and then we all go outside to see the garden. And Eliav Benjamin, the Deputy Chief of Mission of the Israeli Embassy, will reveal the plaque and will say something. And Asaf Radkin from Beth El will sing some prayers. So yeah, I'm about to close it. Thank you all for coming. May this evening and this garden inspire everyone who hears it, no matter their religion, color, or gender, to choose life and peace and growth.
Let me feel somber but hopeful occasion when we look backwards in order to look forwards. When we embrace the opportunity that circumstance has delivered to us unwanted to lean into love, to lean into peace, to fight for the very things that define us as a community, and for Makom particularly defines the core of the work that we do. October 7th is certainly a date that will be shared down the generations, much like we are commanded, in fact, to retell the story of the Exodus. I believe this too is part of that retelling. And so we come together in order to honor, to mark, and to look forward into the opportunities and the eyes of peace. This partnership between Makom and, as it happens, Kol Shalom, brings a tribute to the lives lost on October 7th and is a testament to the tenacity of the human spirit, of a community, of our community, and of a nation. This garden of anemones, that's our hard one, so I'm going to use the Hebrew if that's okay, of kalaniot has been carefully planted with love and hope, with memories that are clear and painful, and with a steadfast commitment to peace. This beautiful garden is for us a moment steeped in symbolism. Makom, for those of you who do not yet know, is a Hebrew word with many meanings. It means place. In our use of it, yes. It's a place for all of us, and for any of us for whom peace and love are our guiding principles. For Makom, people with intellectual and developmental disabilities have a rightful place in our community, in our society. For Makom, all people have their rightful place, and it is ours to join with them and with you in building such a place, in building such a society. How exquisite that our partner in Kol Shalom, literally the voice of peace, should join us in this sacred work and in building a world of inclusion and of love. These kalaniot, 180 of them, 180, an important number in Jewish mysticism. These kalaniot ha'adumah, these red anemones, are a powerful symbol as one of Israel's treasured wildflowers. They mark the landscape seemingly everywhere, particularly in the south, and powerfully in and around the Gaza envelope. Kalaniot symbolize anticipation, protection, and the fleeting nature of life. In Greek mythology, the kalanit symbolizes fragility, and at the same time, it symbolizes rebirth. It symbolizes fleeting beauty and enduring protection from evil. Kalaniot close at night, facing inward to block out harshness and elements and danger. And each morning as the sun rises in the east, the kalanit reopens as if to start anew, to re-welcome the world, to re-welcome light and warmth and love. At once, these kalaniot for Makom, for Kol Shalom, and for all of us represent anticipation, renewal, and the delicate balance between vulnerability and absolute resilience. They represent Makom, a place for all of us. They honor the memories of innocent lives tragically lost on October 7th. And they represent the renewal of hostages finally home, surrounded by the love of their families, their communities, and all of us. I thank, without the words to do so sufficiently, Maya Ezra. Who's a pretty good singer, as it turns out. Maya, our Shlicha, our beloved Shlicha, and of course, Iris Aronovich. If Makom is an organism, and I of course believe that it is, Maya and Iris are its beating heart. I thank my friends, my dear friend Michael Siegel, from Kol Shalom, a community of people who have come to mean so very much to me, to my wife Sheila, and to Makom. And I thank all of you deeply for being here, for joining us to mark the occasion, for joining us in planting together as a community this magnificent red South Garden, these beautiful colonials, for joining us in remembering and for committing ourselves to the relentless pursuit of peace, of inclusion of all peoples, and most of all, of love.
Thank you, David. And I am honored to be here representing Kol Shalom. Our Rabbi, Fabian Worden, had to fly to Argentina to be with... Sorry?
My stepmother's from there. Stepmother's from there.
Oh, your stepmother. Excellent. Excellent. His dad is having heart surgery and he wanted to be there, which of course we all understand. We are delighted to partner with Makom. We believe strongly in your vision and your mission, and we even are thrilled that some of your folks are coming to join us in services. And now they are demanding aliyot. I also want to recognize our fantastic executive director, Ronnie Sepp. I am not going to speak. I am going to read something that I found at the Nova exhibit that to me was a very powerful statement. I dedicated it to the hostages and their families, and I frame it in the words that were prominent both in that exhibit and in a movie that was made about the exhibit. Oh, thank you. Should I start over? Okay. Words that were very prominent in the exhibit and in a movie about the exhibit: we will dance again. We will dance again. Close your eyes temporarily. Imagine it is your beloved child, sibling, parent, or friend, seized from home, military post, or festival, suddenly wrenched from familiar existence into abysmal darkness. There they linger, captive, iron shackled in shadowed tunnels. As we stand here, the hourglass drains, each grain a fear, a torment, a mortal peril, simple numbers, weight heavier than stone. 601, 602, 603, marking an unimaginable weight. On both sides of the border in Gaza and in Israel, the seconds are counted. In the tunnels, the hostages of home, their loneliness. For them, each moment stretches into eternity, and we across the world are counting with them. While we gather here, the cod liver skin clings to their bones. They endure daily cruelty, broken, starved, crying for aid that never arrives. Isolation assaults their minds. Violence works to crush their spirit. Yet in darkness, they cling to their souls with formidable resolve. In whispers, they recite the names of loved ones. Behind closed eyes, they envision light and home. They believe, as we must, in their eventual return to freedom, to family, to homeland. While we breathe fresh air, they inhale sewage fumes. While we embrace our children, they lie bound, humiliated, suffering conditions beneath human dignity. And the others whose bodies remain held await return to native soil for proper burial. Their families deserve sacred ground to visit, to place flowers, to complete the circle of incomprehensible loss. The hourglass nears emptiness. The numbers pulse like painful heartbreaks within us, crying. Thank you.
After what we saw, what we heard, what was spoken also earlier, and especially after these 2 horrific years that we've all gone through. Yes, we're celebrating the release of the last 20 living hostages, and as of tonight, probably left with 12 deceased hostages who are still in captivity. And we need to remember them, think about their families and their loved ones. And as far as we're concerned, it is not over until we manage to get them all home. But together with this, yes, we are celebrating, and the anemones, which I remember going and seeing in the southern part of Israel, which I really hope will be able to resume this tradition every year, January, February, for a month. It's known as Darom Adom, really the South Red, or the Red South. And what a fitting name to choose for this. So thank you, Makom, for this, and thank you, Kol Shalom, for this. And thank you all for supporting this. For consecutive years until we came here to DC just 3 years ago, I used to go down south every year, together with my wife and our kids, and go down south on what's known as the Red South or South Red Festival. Stop by Sderot, get some hummus, picnic out in the midst of all the anemones, have our photos taken, enjoy it together with all Am Yisrael, where everybody is completely equal, religious, secular, Jewish, Arab, Druze, really doesn't matter. Everybody coming together and enjoying it. And then traditionally, we would go to my brother who lives in Netiva Asara, which is one of the Moshavim in the Gaza envelope, which unfortunately sustained its own casualties there. And fortunately, my brother and his family were able to come back just a few months ago, after nearly 2 years. And the anemones, they symbolize more than anything else, togetherness and hope. And if there's anything that I would ask and suggest for each and every one of us this evening and going ahead as well, and it's beautiful. I mean, we see the anemones going all the way down there, nearly till the eye can reach, which is exactly part of the idea. Not to be able to see the end of it in a positive way, and to enjoy it every day, every evening, every afternoon, on our own, when we come to work, when we go home with our families. So really, I commend you. Thank you very much. Maybe we really know many, many more days, nights, and years to come with optimism, with togetherness, with inclusivity, and with a lot of resilience. Toda.
Say this, I can't.
Ezri mehim Hashem, oseh shamayim v'aretz, hayiten amot raglecha, hayadum shomrecha, hinena yadum Eloi sham shomei Yisrael, Hashem shomrech, Hashem silcha, ayad yeminecha, yom ha-shemesh lo yakeka ve'yareach balayla, Hashem yishmorcha mikol ra, ישמור את נפשך, השם ישמור צאתך ובואך, מעתה ועד עולם.
Thank you for coming.